Panic buying in France is a little bit different than it's been in the UK. People were not buying the toilet paper.
They were buying the important stuff, man.
The eggs, the butter, the cheese, and the meats. Those things all gone. Hey guys, I'm Eric.
And I'm Grace. We're the Wandering Ravens.
We're a couple of digital nomads who have been wandering around the world for over 3 years, and we make videos about travel and culture.
If either of those topics interests you, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the little bell icon so that you can get notified every time we release a new video.
Today we're going to be telling you about life under enforced confinement here in France and how France has reacted to the beer bug, as well as giving you an update on our evacuation plans. Before we begin, why don't you go down to the comment section and drop a comment letting us know what confinement or quarantine has been like for you. We know so many of our subscribers have been confined similarly to us, so we want to know what it's like for you. Share your story.
Yeah, what are you guys up to?
First, let's talk about how France has reacted to the beer bug. Today is March 21st, Saturday. Exactly 7 days ago, last Saturday, the French President Macron said that people need to be really careful about going outside, don't get into groups, stay indoors, self-isolate, don't spread the bug. But then Sunday morning, we went down to the lake by our house to walk the dog, and what did we find?
Wow, we found a very lively scene there. It seems that every single French person in our suburb of Paris decided to go to the park as well. People were picnicking on the lawn. There was a saxophonist just standing there playing his saxophone. Everyone was just walking around and playing and biking and smiling.
Families, old people, it was crazy because we've been here for 4 months and there's almost never people at the lake.
Yeah, and they're usually just joggers, but these were like whole families and people just
hundreds of people, more people than we have ever seen at the lake, were at the lake that day. Just packs of people.
It was like, well, this is the response to social distance yourself. Everyone's like, well, we can't do anything else. I guess we'll go to the park.
We saw so many old people, and my reaction, I just wanted to tell them, get inside! What are you doing out here? After going to the park, we went to the grocery store. We have this really big Auchan supermarket by our house, and even there, it seemed like no one was concerned. No one was wearing masks or gloves, nothing, just shopping. There wasn't any panic buying. We noticed that toilet paper was completely stocked. Everything was completely stocked, basically. We were just very surprised at how no one seemed to be taking the situation seriously. That is, until Monday, when, what happened Monday?
Well, the French president heard, because apparently this was a thing that happened all over France. Everybody took to their parks to enjoy the nice weather and to create a little germ fest.
Everyone went to the park.
Yeah, everyone went to the park all over France, and the French president was having none of that.
So Macron came on TV Monday evening and he basically said, all right guys, I told you to stay inside. You did the exact opposite of what I told you, and so I have to be the parent now and make you follow the rules. And so what he did was he passed a law which basically means that everyone has to stay inside. We're only allowed to leave the house to buy groceries, to walk the dog, and to get medical care. There's a very limited list of things we can leave the house to do. Every time we leave the house, we have to print one of these attestations, sign it, write our address, write our names, and check the box of what we're doing, and then take this with our passport when we leave. France has sent out 100,000 police into the streets to make sure that people are following the law, staying inside, and whenever they're going out, they're carrying one of these things with them. You actually ran into someone.
Yes.
So what was that like?
I got stopped by a police officer when I was walking the dog around the lake the other day. I saw 2 police officers as I was nearing the end of the trail, and I was like, oh no, oh dear. I was like, I hope they don't see me, I hope they don't see me. Because they were talking to other people, and I just tried to like walk by, and then I hear, bonjour madame. I was like, no, don't talk to me.
But you had your form. So
I did. So he asked me like where I lived. I said, here, not at the lake, but you know, in this town. But he was like, where in this town? And I showed him the form and he looked at the address. He was like, oh yes, nearby, that's fine.
So that was on Tuesday, the day that our confinement officially began. And that day we did go to the store again. And it was then that the panic buying started. It was packed, there were people everywhere. Suddenly people were actually wearing masks. and doing this with their clothes.
And giving everyone like kind of the side eye.
Everyone's looking at each other very suspiciously.
Distrustfully.
Giving each other space. Yeah.
I heard people cough and it gave me so much anxiety. I heard someone cough and I was like,
yeah.
Be gone! They had bought out like all sorts of things. There were broken things too because people were in such a hurry. Like there was a bottle of broken oil just all over an aisle and I almost died. It was like, ah!
But panic buying in France is a little bit different than it's been in the UK and America. For example, there was plenty of toilet paper. People were not buying the toilet paper.
They were buying the important stuff, man. They got the cheese and the butter and all of the meat.
They cleared those sections of the store out. And the eggs.
French.
Yeah.
Yes.
The eggs, the butter, the cheese, and the meats. Those things all gone. So that was on Tuesday, and this week we've been back to the store a couple of times, and the panic buying really only happened that day. There hasn't been any other freaking out.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, the store's been very well stocked, and now they are regulating how many people can actually go into the store. So it's something, you know, maybe like 50 people at a time. Someone comes out, they allow another person in, and then there's a big queue outside the store waiting for people to come out.
And they've caution taped off any seats and things like that inside of the shopping center so that no one can just like chill there. You just go in, get your shopping done, and get out, basically.
When we went to the store on Sunday, all the clerks and stuff, they had no masks, no protection. They were just, you know, working as usual. But then the next day when we went, they had put up these big plastic barriers to protect cashiers. The clerks were finally wearing masks and all that sort of stuff. So people seem to finally be taking it seriously. But still not seriously enough. Over this week, the French government has come out and slowly increased the regulations. You went to the park on Tuesday when you got stopped by the police, and we were still allowed to go down there. But now
we're not allowed to go there anymore, and gradually more and more things have become unacceptable. So whereas before it was fine for us to walk the dog together, now only one of us can walk the dog. We're not allowed to go to the lake. We actually have to stick to the trail that is like directly located near our house. We can't even go shopping together anymore.
So now let's talk about our evacuation plans, which we mentioned in this video. Originally, we were planning to get out of France as quick as we could and possibly go to one of the Balkan countries like Albania, where we could live on a year-long tourist visa. So maybe just get an Airbnb, hunker down, wait out the beer bug. But the situation has changed. Almost immediately after we released our last video about the bug, most countries in Europe shut their borders, especially to people coming from France. Flights are very limited. And so we started really worrying.
Like, where are we going to go? Because our French visa is going to expire. And so we were like, what if the craziness doesn't calm down, which it's not likely to, and all of the borders are closed and we can't get a flight out of France and our visa is over?
Yeah. We'd be stuck. But fortunately, the French have had mercy on us and have extended all visitors' visas by an additional 3 months. And so our panic of having to, oh, what are we going to do about a visa? Or we're going to be stranded here illegally. That is finally, that burden
has been lifted.
Yeah.
A great burden has been lifted.
That was wonderful. So we're going to basically try to stay here in France for the rest of that visa for the foreseeable future, lie low here, and see what happens.
It's such a relief knowing that we don't have to get out ASAP because like the whole situation with international flights right now, we probably couldn't even leave, even if we tried.
Yeah.
We've heard stories of other expats getting stuck at the airport for days because every time they're about to get their flight gets canceled.
So we're gonna be staying here in France in confinement, and fortunately, we're really used to being inside. Like we've mentioned before, we are digital nomads. We're copywriters. We're used to working all day on our laptops from the caves. So our schedule isn't really changing. What has changed though is our workload. Like we mentioned in our last video, we work for the travel industry, which is not a good industry to be in right now. It's basically going bankrupt and a lot of our clients are gone. On the plus side, it does give us a lot of free time to invest into our YouTube channel and create content for you guys. We've really appreciated the community we've been building over the last year of creating UK and Europe content. And so we're really gonna lean into that during this period of confinement. We know you guys are just stuck at home looking at YouTube and Netflix all day. So we want to do our part by keeping you entertained and putting videos out there consistently during this time so that you have something to watch. And we've kind of made a secret personal goal. We'll let you in on our secret. We do want to try to grow our channel to 10,000 subscribers by the end of our confinement. So we have about 2 months left here in France of a lot of inside time. We're gonna make a lot of videos for you. And if you wanna help us hit our personal YouTube channel goal, feel free to smash the like button because that really actually helps the algorithm promote our content. Comment on our videos, share them on Facebook if you want, share them with friends, and let's see if we can get our channel to 10,000 subs within the next couple months. Our plan to get to 10,000 subscribers is to release fresh content every other day of this confinement period. Also, over the past week, we've had several subscribers reach out to us and ask, hey, when are you guys gonna start a Patreon? And while that's something we never thought we would do, we've decided that since we're gonna be taking YouTube more seriously and leaning into creating consistent content for you guys, we'd go ahead and start a Patreon. So if you appreciate our content and you enjoy all these travel and culture videos and you want to support what we're doing and help us continue releasing consistent, fresh UK, Europe content, go down to the description. We have a Patreon link down there and join our Wander Crew community.
And let's get through this confinement together.
Yes!
We can do this. We're so hyped for being in this prison cell for the next 2 weeks or 2 months. Hopefully not 2 years. If you guys have any content suggestions as well, be sure to drop those in the comments because we always love hearing your guys' suggestions and we love making videos about what you guys are interested in. So let us know what content you would like to see more of.
And we will leave you with this question. How are you surviving quarantine and confinement? What are you doing? What are your tricks to stay sane during this long period of indoor time? Drop your suggestions down below. If you know of any good movies or books right now, especially books about British culture or European culture or just culture in general, drop those down there. Again, I'm Eric.
And I'm Grace. We're the Wandering Ravens.
And if you enjoyed this video, go down there and hit the like button to help the YouTube algorithm promote this video.
And subscribe to our channel so that you can get more travel and culture in your life. And don't forget to hit the little bell icon on your way out so that you can get notified every time we release a new video.
We'll see you in the next one. Bisous!